Morning, guys. Erin Wester is here. Happy Monday. It's Monday, March 6th. So, it's the first Monday of the month. So, what does that mean? Generally, for me and my team, it means clean eating ab challenge. So, most likely, it's usually the first Monday of the month. If there are 5 Mondays in the month, we do it the second Monday. We have a free 7-day clean eating ab challenge. I was just in there talking to my peeps, giving them the lowdown on what to expect for the week. And after I do this video, I'm going to be going live in there with an ab workout for them. So, me and my team, we provide a meal plan, food prep tips, some kind of rules of clean eating, and then we also split up the days and we each do a few ab workouts in there. So like 10 to 15 minute ab workouts. So basically we either do our own or we find one from Beachbody On Demand. So today I'm going to be doing 21 Day Fix, 10-minute abs in there for them, just so they can kind of get a feel for Beachbody and what it's all about. It's 100% free. It's something that we offer to help people get started on their goals, because nutrition is usually where people suffer. And that's really where we start, is with nutrition. So this morning, I'm going to talk about middle class and being average. So, I haven't done a welcome video in here for a while. I usually like to give you guys tips. I usually don't talk about myself and all that stuff that often. I mean, I still do it, obviously. I share a lot about myself personally in here. But I really just kind of wanted to give you guys a tiny lowdown on me and what I think of when I hear middle class and average. So, as most of you know, I am reading The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. That is what I'm currently reading for my personal development. And today's chapter was on breaking out of the middle class, being average. It asks you what middle class is to you. And I wrote, being middle class is doing average work to get average pay and never pushing to be more. That's what I think middle class is. It's average. I am middle class. We probably are upper middle class just because my husband has a pretty good job and makes close to 6 figures. So both of us combined obviously make over 6 figures. So I find that a little upper middle class. We live in a nice home. We are able to go on vacations. We have a savings. So when things happen, we're able to pay for them. When our dishwasher broke, we had the money, it was no problem. We saved enough money to get our bathrooms redone this year. So, we're upper middle class. We know how to save. We know how to put money away for our kids' college, those kind of things. So, reading this chapter was very, very eye-opening because, I thought I knew what middle class was, but, it says, consensus says that middle class income is somewhere between $35,000 and $50,000 a year. So if we made $35,000 to $50,000 a year, I don't know how we possibly survive. It also says other studies, they say between $22,000 and $65,000 a year. So, I'm there just with my home business. So that's pretty great. I mean, pretty close to the upper end. So as I said, middle class is divided into upper and lower middle class. This is figures. I need to read it out of the book. Upper middle class usually consists of people who have substantial assets and household earnings of over $1 million per year. So I don't know if we really have quite that. People who are supposedly upper middle class occupy noticeably higher positions in their offices are considered financially more stable than many of their peers. So, in comparison to other Beachbody coaches, I do very well for myself. I'm pretty consistent with my income. I'm able to support my family and my Beachbody income. I've said numerous times, I have had to do a part-time job, but that is really to pay off debt. That is not to pay a regular household bills. That is paying off debt, student loan debt. I had crazy $100,000 in student loan debts 6 years ago. Now I have it down to $80,000. So as you can see, I've used other incomes to pay that down and have a savings. That's really what it's about. So this was the number that really freaked me out. I gotta find that part in the chapter. Okay, here we go. Ask people in the middle class if this feels secure or desirable. And although you may claim you're grateful not to be poor, they will likely tell you they feel more like a member of the working class than the middle class. And that's absolutely how I feel. I feel like I'm going to be working forever just to be average. I have great dreams to be a six-figure earner, but obviously I'm still not there yet. I make, if you combine my salary for what I do outside the home with my home business, sure, I'm a six-figure earner, but the goal and dream is to be a six-figure earner just in my home business. That is really the dream. Okay, so consider as well that the fact that the dollar is worth less today than it was yesterday and will be worth even less tomorrow. So here's an example, and this is kind of what blew me away this morning. Someone who's making $60,000 a year pays $15,000 in taxes. True. If that person is lucky, he or she is left with $45,000 a year, which is really worth only $32,000 a year. So you have $32,000 to pay for your mortgage or your rent, schools, insurance, food, car payment, fuel, medical emergencies, vacation, and savings. So, does $32,000 a year sound desirable to you? To me, reading that, I was like, no way. I made $60,000 in my Beachbody business. I'm thinking that's so much money, but yeah, I did. I paid $15,000 in quarterly taxes on that money, and it's just, that's the reality. It is about $32,000. And, I don't pay a mortgage. My husband pays the mortgage, but I do pay a car payment. I do pay for our food. I do pay for my son's diabetes medication and medical bills, try and have a savings, going on vacation. I do pay for all those things. And it just makes $32,000 seem like crap. So middle class was a dream. So to countless Americans, it's a good goal toward which they should strive. Yet in reality, it's really only close to good and probably better described as a mousetrap with a big fat piece of cheese on it. So, middle class is the most suppressed, restricted, and confined socioeconomic demographic in the world. Those who desire to be part of it are compelled to think and act in a certain way where just enough is the reward. The idea that one would only have enough to be comfortable or adequately satisfied is a concept that has been sold by the educational system, the media, and politicians to convince an entire population of people to settle instead of striving for abundance. However, it only takes a bit of waking up to discover that it is a promise without fulfillment. Today, the wealthiest 5% of people control $80 trillion, which is the wealthiest, which is more money than has been created in the history of mankind. If you knew that you had the same energy and creativity to make it to the next level, would you try? So, I said before reading this, what's middle class to me? I said doing average work to get average pay, never pushing to be more. But now, as I read this, what am I thinking of middle class? So middle class mentality will not create financial security. It's a mindset, not an income level. And that is seriously how I feel today, now. It was a huge wake-up call for Monday morning for me. Middle class I thought was always something to strive for. Being middle class as a social worker is hard. The most I think I ever made as a social worker was $40,000 a year, and that was with a master's degree. So obviously, I need more. I'm striving for more. I'm pushing for more. So, no more being average. No more being okay with where things are. I got to push. I got to 10x it. I have to really push for that 6 figures in my business this year. And that is really the goal. As I've shared multiple times, I've been doing Beachbody for almost 7 years. And, you would think that I would be at 6 figures, but I'm not, and I used to be okay with that. And, because 3 of those years I didn't work the business at all. But, if you have goals to be a 6-figure earner, if you have goals to not be middle class, to not be even upper middle class, to be higher than that, to be an extraordinary earner, to be something great, to have no debt, to go on vacations when you want, to pay for your kids' college with money you've saved for their college and not have to put your kids in debt or put yourself in debt to put your kids through college. I mean, this is something that can barely be accomplished with a regular 9-to-5 job. We have to think about making more income, more flexibility, more time and financial freedom, and really owning your own business, doing multi-level marketing, coaching, whatever business you choose to do. You can do it. You can make a 6-figure income doing that. And I'm going to be a 6-figure earner. Mark my word, I'm going to be there. I'm going to get rid of all this debt, these student loans, car payment, house payment. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to have $100,000 in savings. We're going to have enough money saved for our kids to go to college. Remember, every kid you have was going to cost you $250,000. And that's crazy. I think that's even before college. By the time they're 18, they're going to cost you $250,000. So, just think about what you really, really want. And you want to be middle class? Do you want to be average? Or do you want to be more? So that's really the message for today. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day. If there's any topics or anything you guys want me to cover, make sure you comment below. Let me know. I'd be more than willing to cover it. But I just thought talking about being middle class and average would be a fantastic way to start a Monday morning and give you guys some inspiration and motivation. So have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.